colleagues. My name is Yurina Yurchenko. I'm the head of the purchasing department of FastPack. And today we will talk about optimizing inventory in production and how we realized this trend with our colleagues with IBM Cloud. I will tell you a little bit about our company. FastPack is working in Ukraine from 2007. It's one of the biggest importers of DIY production in Ukraine. We supplied differently packaged for DIY chains in Ukraine. It's more than 83 big shops of our partners. We have also inventory of more than 5,000 square meters. We have more than 15,000 pallet places, and we have supplied more than 10 million last year. Our clients are Epicenter, Leroy Merlin, and Praktika and Obi. When they worked in Ukraine, we have 100% on their shelves. I would like to also say you why we started doing it. We have more than 10,000 SKU. They have different characteristics, and it's difficult to manage them. Of course, we had to plan our supply and demand in Excel. The high probability of human failure was high. This planning was not good for us, and we spent a lot of time thinking about how can we optimize this process. Moreover, we wanted to continuously improve our work, and it pushed the management in the beginning of 2020 due to the pandemic to improvement. So it kind of pushed us to improve more, and we looked at different programs. First was to buy ready-to-use solution. We work in the system RMP on the basis of EMS, and after we took part in the training seminar of IBM Cloud, we had a better picture about the program of Replenishment Plus. So we got a really good understanding of the lead time and of the turnover. And we had also of return on investment, and we had the information about our colleagues who already implemented such programs, and we understood what would be our investment of time and money. So we followed completely the budget restrictions and the timelines. And for our accounting system, we didn't understand what would be the time, what would be the return on investment, or what are the successful cases of implementation, and we didn't know what kind of investment it would afford. So this is why we have chosen the Replenishment Plus, and the biggest argument was the methodology of DDMRP that included best experience of global practices of supply management, and also a block of innovations. So when guys told us about this methodology, when we have successfully completed the education, we understood that it's very near to us, and we are already using some elements of it in our planning, but it was not according to our methodology and system. So if your assortment, if your inventory is higher than 10,000 SKU and the lead time from 3 to 200 days, you know, the lead time from Asia is already increasing. How can you manage it? Firstly, we have to parameterize all the characteristics. So every SKU got a characteristic as lead time, average consumption, minimal batch. We divided it into groups. In our case, it's a division according to geographical location of the supplies. So European or maybe China, because it has the biggest lead time. What does the Replenishment Plus program give us is understandable system of priorities for planning of the replenishment and execution of orders. So we don't have different formulas for different managers that probably will lead to some failures. R Plus is a very sustainable instrument for planning, and it attracted us a lot. So how much time and resources did we need to implement this project? We had to implement 6 months for all the 3 phases, each one for two months. So the preparation, the startup, and optimization, we needed different amount of time, of working time of IT specialists and the representatives of other departments. And I would like to tell you about the phases. While during preparation, we had to learn about the methodology, the management of different departments of procurement and production, and the had to understand the system and to understand the parameters that were given to each SKU. On the second stage, we had to implement the corrections in our databases. Every working staff had to understand the models, had to calculate the buffers, and also send the first part. Third, we had to optimize. We made a rollout for the entire assortment, and we had to calculate the optimal production size and understand how to work with the calculation department. The biggest advantage of this program we saw already in the beginning of 21st year, when the lockdown changed our plans, and we saw how much the system of Replenishment Plus gives us the possibility to adapt our limited resources to the environment. And all markets were closed because of the lockdown, so our decrease in demand was very huge. And what did we do? We changed the order cycle, we shortened it, and we also used the coefficient. When you learn about the system DDMRP, you know what the what it is. It gave us the possibility to provide our staff with work. So we had to provide inventory staff with work, not to lose them, and prepare to the end of the lockdown, because we saw what is pent-up demand. So we didn't fail in this phase. We kept our staff, we gave them work, and we were ready to, we were prepared for the end of the lockdown. I'm not sure we would have been able to do it without the new system and survive it without losses. One of the big advantages we got of the program is, you can see it on this page, the bimodal distribution. Sometimes you have a lot of surplus, and you don't have optimal inventory quantities. Sometimes I hear it from my colleagues, and the implementation of the system gave us come to the system of normal distribution, when most of your inventory is in the optimal inventory. You can see it also on our diagram of buffer for 6 months of work with this program, we can see that blue are the positions of the surplus, green is an optimal inventory, and red, is the deficit. In 6 months, we went down of the SKU surplus on 48%, 30%, and 10% respectively. So we would like also to say in addition that one of the effects was the surplus on service. You know that every percent after 90% is costly. So we had already 92, 93, but for us it was low, and we wanted to achieve 98, and now we managed to achieve it. We usually have 97, 98%. It's difficult to provide service growth. And sometimes the surplus is not positive. So we were able to get service growth without the increase of inventory. We had to automate and formalize the process of orders, and we also got some additional free time that our workers can use for implementing of innovations and of growth and betterment of service. And we managed to achieve it because our team was invested. Not even one of our colleagues was against it. And everybody was invested in implementing the program as fast as possible, and we are very thankful to our partners in IBM Cloud because they give us a wonderful service help, and we meet every week, and those are the results that we have. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm happy if you find it interesting, and I'm ready to reply the questions. Yes, Irina, thank you. We have some questions. The first one, could you talk a little bit more about the instrument that helped you to avoid the problems due to the lockdown? Yes, we have such instrument. Is implemented in the program R+, the use of coefficients staff and buff, and those are the coefficients you use for surviving of such. It gives you a possibility to change the red zone, and it gives you a possibility to correct your inventory. Maybe in cases of a New Year in China, or if you have disruption in supply due to some vacation, or I think you can hear a bit more detailed about it, about the methodology from my colleagues tomorrow, but it's one of the instruments that implemented in the program. Next one, which formula gives you a possibility to measure the level of service? 98 is a very good coefficient. Yes, it is. We have a lot of we have a percent of our demand, of supply, and of change our inventory. Thank you. You measure the level of your service till the level of SKU on the weekly level. Yes. So the models for the forecasts are not reconciled. Yes, forecast models are already implemented in the program. Of course, we tried different models out before that, and I can say that R+ gave us the possibility to avoid this kind of drops. How the start of work with instrument change the quantity of specialists. We kept our team. We're developing new new department, so we didn't change the quantity of our staff. It just the program helped us to create free time for colleagues to try out something new. Irina, in 21, we saw big demand for steel and metals. How could you deal with the long-term contracts when the prices were fixed? We don't have fixed prices for 1 year. We work with clients and try to reconcile periodical growth of prices, because everybody is under influence of the market, and we have to reconcile to it. Next one, about the integration with 1S. I think we will be able to receive it tomorrow. Integration of the system with 1S ERP. What do you mean? How does it work? How is the connection of the system with what you're talking about? So every day we have an exchange in parameters between R Plus and ERP. And what works well with R Plus, it doesn't require any additional programs or add-ons in the cloud base. So you just need internet and the browser. Evgeny, we will have more presentations about it tomorrow. We have also a question from Igor Ashukov. Irina, your linear team, was it against the implementation of methodology of DDMRP? No. Well, probably we were lucky because our team is small and very agile, so everybody understood that we will benefit only from it, because we will not lose time correcting failures in Excel. And you know what it means to make a failure when you have a lead time of 30 200 days. So you get after half a year, something that you didn't order, or you see the failure. So it will improve the quality of our work, and everybody was happy to implement it instead of just working continuously with Excel. Next one, the betterment of the service level due to reduction of the surplus and having the necessary. So you have a higher level of buying quality, yes, because SKU goes from one group to the other, and you get a higher level of service. You it's easy to supply because you have not excessive supply of goods, but you have the necessary goods. Thank you very much for this question and for the reply. Irina, thank you very much for your presentation, for your time. And